So many of you have come to rely and depend on News Channel 5 Chief Meteorologist Ron Howes to bring you the most accurate forecast day in and day out.
Well, now the time has come for Ron to officially hang up his weather hat and put on his retirement hat.
The official day is tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Well, we couldn't let Ron get away without spending some time with us here today on Talk of the Town.
Like shots more often than...
Oh,
thanks so much for inviting me. Yeah, it is a little early, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm next to two broadcast legends here. You're 30 years and you're what, 23?
Just 23 here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But it's nothing to 36 for you, though.
Well, you just keep on coming in. You just do it for another 6 years, and in your case, 13. Yeah, it does. That's one thing that really, I guess, surprises people is when you think about it, the 36-year career just went like that. I mean, not just a couple of years ago, our kids were little, and time passes very quickly when you get to my age.
How many total? Because this is station number, what, 3?
Yeah, 43 years total in television. So I've worked the night shift. 43 years I've worked the night shift.
Wow.
So it's time,
Yeah,
I need a little break.
What do with your nights?
Oh, I think we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
And my wife of 46 years, Cindy well, and she's been the glue that's held our family together through all that time. I mean, when the kids were little, she was there and I wasn't, and now it's it's our time. So, but without her constancy and her love and her kindness and her patience, it wouldn't have happened.
She's a great lady.
Yeah. And you two were high school sweethearts.
We were, yes. We started dating actually 50 years ago this year.
That's amazing. That's neat. Talk about some of your favorite memories from here at News Channel 5.
Well, the favorite memories are all the people. And I think that's the thing about live television. That's if you've been in it, you know what I'm talking about, that it is kind of a team sport.
Right.
You all get together. There's a little adrenaline here before the broadcast gets started. And all the people that I have worked with that have made me better over the years and have supported me, and that's the thing that I'll take with me.
And I think from a viewer standpoint, I think the thing that they remember is some of the big events that you have helped them get through. Number one for a lot of folks is they were watching when we were knocked off of the air, and you and Joe Kay say, "Hey, we think that tornado is headed right toward News Channel 5."
And it was. Yeah, that was the single biggest event I've ever covered, and I think one that was the most significant to Nashville. I think after the '98 tornado on your birthday, right?
Exactly.
In 1998, I'll always remember that. The whole idea of severe weather being out in the boonies somewhere changed. When you see what happened in East Nashville and you see the state capitol with the flag blown off, these are places everyone identified with, and all of a sudden severe weather coverage became more serious. Don't you think that's true?
Well, I agree, yes. Especially with the fact that, it was the first time really, I think, that you saw the tornado live on Skycam, and it just kind of changed the whole dynamics of everything after that.
And it was the lead video on CBS Evening News with Dan Rather that night, so we were the center of the country's attention there for a few hours.
Yeah. And I heard you say this the other night, from once you got here, telling the weather story is the same, but the technology has really changed.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? I mean, you've seen a lot of this too, Leland, in your time in the business, that we started out, we had a plexiglass covered map, and we were drawing fronts on the map, to now we have 3D computer graphics of tomorrow's clouds in a studio that looks like this. It's incredible, the change in technology.
It really is. Talk about how you're going to spend your time now. You've got so many things I know that you want to do now that you're going to be retired.
Well, I've heard, get this, that people in the evening sit around and watch television and snack and whatever. Is that true? I might try some of that after 43 years. We're going to travel some, of course. That's the thing everybody wants to do. I'm a woodworker, so I'll be, in the wood shop some. And, we've got 2 granddaughters and 1 grandchild on the way, so I don't think we're going to have any shortage. All 4 of our kids live within a 100 miles of here, so we've got a lot to do.
Do you still do your ham radio stuff?
I still do. Yes, I still do the ham radio. Actually, I communicate with Morse code. That's one of my.
Ooh, okay,
that's kind of retro, isn't it? Yeah, that's tweeting in the 1890s. So.
I'm following up as leader of the department. I cannot fill your shoes, but as senior meteorologist that I'll become, I guess, later this week, any advice?
Any advice for you? Leland and I admire you so much, I think it would be me that would be taking advice from you, actually. But consistency, that's the thing, and you do that so well already.
Well, I appreciate that, but I say thank you very much. He called me out of the blue one day 23 years ago and said, we may have an opening, send us a tape. And so
and I'm so glad you did.
But I thank you for the leadership, the mentorship, and just what you have done and the great technology that you have made for this station. And because of that, this station is the leader in weathering this technology, in this market, and that's due to you and your leadership.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I just want to tell one quick story.
Okay.
Years ago, my wife and I were in a Sunday school class, and somebody asked the question, the leader of the group, I don't even remember what the lesson was about, how many of you consider that your job, your career is a gift from God? And almost no one raised their hand, but I did, and that's really, the secret, I think, to a 36-year career is, let somebody direct it.
And that's what I admire about you, too, besides your great career, but
well, thank you.
wonderful family man and a wonderful Christian man as well. Thank you so
Tomorrow
much.
night at 6 p.m.
That's it.
All right. Wish you well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, don't miss our look back at the seasons of Ron tomorrow and tonight, of course, on News Channel 5 and 6.
And tomorrow at 6 will be Ron's last newscast.
Bring the Kleenex. Well, up next on Talk of the Town, we love a recipe.